this off. So.
And a bike race series, right?
Yeah, I'll put it up in the tent.
And then I realized it was you.
We'll stick with it as is because we'll do it that way in Super Cup. We're not there. 7.
7? Give us the Heather.
Yeah.
I was telling you, nothing but the phone.
If you're not called, don't roll up till you're done. It makes it a lot easier.
I got the same offer.
Scott! Oh, yeah. If you want to do that, I'd rather. Hey, Richard, I just switched to band for these, and we're going to do instructional first, then New England top 10, and then the NCC riders. Don't come forward until you're called.
Only any other conditions taking wheels, only set up the clock, walk to the finish line. There is no bike mistake in the bike. May you have cut the course to get to the pit, and if you are just beyond the pit, you can put the mark there. Other than that, you're on that course.
At this time, bringing to the line, your current national champion, ranked 24th in the UCI from Boulder, Colorado, riding for Mongoose, Mark Gullickson. Your U23 national champion, 39th overall in the UCI, racing for Saturn, Tim Johnson. From Canada, your Canadian national champion, riding for Kona Voice-Stream, Peter Wedge. Your former German national champion, riding for Focus, Tobias Nestle. Your former national champion and current #1 in the Bike.com U.S. standings, riding from Northeastern Mass for Saturn, Mark McCormick. Also riding for Saturn from Leicester, Massachusetts, your former national champion, Frank McCormick. Riding for Subway, Radical Edge, Canada, Gregory Jordan. Riding all the way from Germany, riding for Rathaus, Jens Reuker. From Seattle, Washington, riding for Red Line, Johnny the Cat Sudley. Former collegiate national champion from Northampton, Massachusetts, Breakaway Couriers, Adam Hodges Meyerson.
You can throw this in the merch trailer.
6th in the NECCS from Plymouth, Massachusetts, for CCB Volkswagen, Sean McCormick. From Somerville, Massachusetts, riding for Independent Fabrications, Jos Husby. From Northampton, Massachusetts, riding for NCC, J.D. Bilodeau. From Southbury, Connecticut, 4th in the NECCS, for Wheelworks Kennedale, Chris Peck.
Can I take anything?
From Exeter, New Hampshire, racing for Wheelworks Kennedale, Donnie Mills. Racing for K2 from Glastonbury, Connecticut, Salem Mazaway. 10th overall in the NECCS from Bethel, Connecticut, Kennedale Wheelworks, Kurt Davis. And from your promoting club, the NCC, let's have Dan, Cody, Alec, Donahue, Brent, Horner, and Jeff Leak. And the rest of your elite men's field.
Mark McCormick in the yellow leader's jersey. Chris, it's an amazing start out there.
It's a fiery start, Richard. They are going out full blast. They are coming this way. They are ripping through the headwind like it wasn't there. Ladies and gentlemen, clear the course, clear the course. They are coming our way at a blistering pace, Richard. And it looks to be Sean McCormick on the front.
That's right, the pink sleeves of CCD Volkswagen are on the front. That's Sean McCormick. Then you have Timmy Johnson, and Meyer to the thick of it is going to be Gullickson in there. McCormick, Nestle, McCormick, Johnson, Riker, Gullickson, Myerson's in there, and the rest of the field coming at you, Chris.
That's right, Sean McCormick, a blistering pace right off the front, has a 2 or 3 second gap on Tobias Nestle, but the Saturn team is right there, the Saturn train is latched on, and they are right there, Johnny Sun in there, Gullickson stars his front 10.
Now the rest of the field, Nestle's riding brilliantly up the front in second place. Looking back, he's not going to chase too hard. He knows that the big gun is in the back, on the tail end there.
Watch the light.
Go, JD. Come on, Jeff. Go, Amos.
Mark McCormick has been riding from dead fast, so amazing and fast. He's already getting ready. And trying to go a very fast lap. He's laying his fastest lap here for the first run. Mark McCormick, Mark McCormick, Mark McCormick. Right there, second, right there, third. Can't take it by Yankee Johnson. 2-3 is Gullickson and Johnson.
Go at him!
Look at Johnson. Johnson is smoother on the hurdle. Johnson is much crisper on the gearing. The European expedition paid off with young Tim Johnson. They walk step with Johnson on the hurdle. Nice over right there, third Canyon, turn the hurdle. Seems to be a factor up front, even way the Canadian National Canyon. Right there, another snappy racer. But now, Mark McCormick goes by, checks across. Here's his brother Sean, who was really like
Let's go, Amos! Let's go! Let's go, Amos!
Right there, and it's the 1-2 double bunch. And Tobias Nestle, and the great starter, Johnny Goosby's there as well. And Johnny Senson's in there.
Johnny Sun right there in the top 10, mixing it up. Ladies and gentlemen, this man applies the wood just like he promised.
Any type of an auction that can pull his own way. It is the great Mark Gullickson. Gullickson, of course, as we have seen, has
Let's go, Amos!
moved on up to take the national championship. All alone, he's out here. Going right by you, Chris.
Tobias Nestle with the shoulder bike, and the Americans push the bike through. Tim Johnson with the one hand on the stem. But I gotta tell you, this top 10, Johnny Sun picking up our top 10 right here, are very fast. We didn't see Johnny the Cat when he hopped up.
Here comes Jens Reuter of Germany, getting better every week. Reuter gets better every week, and the racing gets better every week in America, and they are sending home all the news. Who's coming at you now? It's Peter Wedge.
The word is out, Richard. The word is out across the globe that if you want to get some fast, stylish cross racing, you got to come right here. You got to show up in New England. You got to show up at the Super Cup.
Here's Peter Wedge, but Salem has had some great results. Brumble's there. Davis is right there, the winner of last week. And Farmington, that's John Leafwood. John Leafwood is racing cross. John Leafwood of Team Shackley is racing cross.
Stop the presses. Stop the presses. John Leafman racing cross. He had a really good year this year.
Jan Wijak, ladies and gentlemen, your former two-time national champion. Jan Wijak, he's here and he's racing. Right there as well as the Rhodesian Ridgeback. There he is. Hard to say, I'm officially officiating. And look at this, closing in on him right there. It's Mark Gullickson. Gullickson is holding at that point. And look at Nestle, it's hot cocoa time. Tobias Nestle is going to close down the gap. Bobby started coming around here thinking he was going to fool the Americans. the reverse implication there.
Come on, Yo, come on, Adam, let's go. Get up there.
And he came back here, and now checking the watch. Mark McCormick looks back. What's he going to do now? And here comes the man himself, Mark Olson. Mark Olson had a first hit on Tony Johnson. And they up a little bit. The gap is coming down. The gap is coming down. Tobias is closing in on Tim and Mark and Tim are definitely pushing McCormick on the front. That looks to be John coming through the hurdle here now. And he's going to get this group right here. Right at the stop, Rose Houston. The driver comes up. Houston, the best place. And there is Tobias in the way of the corner. And there's Wanda. Wanda calls.
All right, keep going. A lot of riders to pick off.
But watch the form of performance of these hurdles. Houston and Myerson is having a race on a light job right now.
Joe, you're in 23rd. All right, Jimmy! Woo! Go.
23 seconds for the other group. Group ahead of you is 23 seconds. Let's go! That's why I was teaching my kids and stuff.
How many do you think are going to reach
Made connection with Mark McCormick now, so now they can work together. He can take some rest and maybe he'll have a chance of getting up to Timmy Johnson. Oh my God, Gullickson is out of the saddle, opening up a gap. Look at the abandon, look at the savagery with which Gullickson is riding right now. Gully is on the front. He is right there. We're looking back now for Tobias Nestle from Team Focus as we expect to see him again in 4th place. Nestle's right there, holding on to that gap. How perfect Johnson is. Watch how good Johnson is on these hurdles right here. He is not only strong, but he is pounding. I'll tell you what, Tim Johnson's in an entirely different zip code in the rest of the race right now. He's like a completely different race. Tim Johnson very smooth, very fast, pushing hard again. He knows he's got a good gap over Gully and McCormick. Oh my God, he could be the first American to hit the podium at the World in the big boy division too. But watch this, what a great duel we have in front of us. The mountain biker versus the roadie, both of which have been national champions in cross. And here he is, the great Mark Gullickson. Watch this transition. Unbelievable work by these two guys. Look at this now. McCormick shouldering his bikes, the classic European tradition. And Gullickson pushing it along is a little less effort. But I'll tell you what, these guys are trading blows. It's a fight now. It's a real fight. It's the power of Gullickson versus the prowess of McCormick right now. Oh my God, what a great duel. Brown and Tobias Nestle. Nestle's holding his position. Tobias Nestle, of course, had a look at the prize list, knows he wants to be in the top 3, top 4, wants to take home some of this money. I gotta tell you, it's a great rich field here at Northampton, Richard. All these companies make it possible, of course. They always talk about the Saturn juggernaut, where last year it was Mark Gullickson that figured out how do you break the Saturn juggernaut. So now into the hurdles right now is this great race for 5th place, and again cutting into the wind it is Jens Reuker of Germany. Huge speed right there. Meyerson is having a fantastic ride right now. Meyerson is brilliant today. Meyerson is great today. Husby's right there, attacking now on Reuker. Reuker's right there, and Meyerson's there to answer. I'll tell you what, right now, Richard, we're looking up into the woods yet again. We want to see where our man Tim Johnson is. You know, the big question that begs to be asked, was it too much too soon? You know, did he unleash it a little bit too early? So we're going to find that out as we look up, and we'll set our festinas to see whether that gap is opening or closing. Mark McCormick had such a strong start that it sent those people to the rear of the bus fast, but now they're climbing back steadily.
We have plenty watching Adam go around. Adam Myerson, of course, one of the promoters here as well. Got a great coaching business. Well, I swear he's taking some of his...
Well, I should say over his head. He's riding with his head, not his legs. Obviously, he is not able to train at the level he once did. But what's happening here?
It sure looks like Gully. Gully's on the attack. Gully's on the attack. He's closing down Richard on Tim Johnson.
Mark Gullickson is about to close. Mark Gullickson has deposited Mark McCormick and has gone across the gap. What a display of power.
Let's make some noise to get Timmy Johnson up the hill. Here we go. Tim Johnson and Mark Gullickson.
Cancel that. That's Jan Wijak being lapped.
Tim Johnson clearly marching away at the front. Richard, he is on his own game and he is walking away right now. I love that little play. I gotta tell you, you know what? Gully and McCormick have something else in store. You've got to figure. I'm looking at the watch here, 15 minutes or 3 laps to go. And you know this. Here comes Timmy Johnson on his way down the little serpentine section. The new boss, that he made a good decision by hiring him, and he is really unleashing one. Richard, he is on fire.
Johnson's unbelievable today. This is the best I've ever seen Tim Johnson. Johnson's on great form. Look at when he rebounds, he smashes right over the pedals. He's right in and he's right out. Ladies and gentlemen, you are seeing a very early reel of the best American cross rider of all time.
He's really teaching his master, Mark McCormick, how to do it.
Absolutely. And now, watch the master riding defensively against Gullickson. Gullickson is quite proven in this situation, though. Gully did this at Nationals, and he said, if you want to sit on, be my guest, I will attack you with my power. And again, it is the power of Gullickson in the Stars and Stripes and the prowess of McCormick that we are witnessing right here. Look at them, step to step, both over the saddles and doing brilliantly right now.
That's a very difficult position to be on the front at this point, Richard. Very difficult to be on the front. Always worried about attack coming from behind.
And again, this is still a leg check for Gullickson. Look at Nestle. Nestle is still showing that he can move. Nestle is moving up, it looks like. Nestle is advancing. Nestle is catching. Nestle is catching. As McCormick sits on, Gullickson is slowing down. And all these riders are starting to race as little packs that are forming up. Look at this group right here. This is a very good group right here. In here is Chris Hours. In here, of course, is Johnny Mills. Joe Alachoyan, great ride. Peter Eggs, the Canadian.
That's not chump change either, ladies and gentlemen. This is some serious cash. Adam Myerson and John Fry and the whole crew for the Amherst International Cyclocross race has dug up a couple $1,000 to pay out to these guys, and I tell you what, they are battling hard. Also a lot of pride and drag tonight as we head into next week's Super Cup. This is going to reset the field, Richard. This is going to kind of hit the reset button to let us know who's in charge and who is large.
All sorts of training. I guarantee you that all sorts of people will be. And here's where he's got to make some adjustments. It's the great Salem Mazaway who rode so well last week. Prestige in America. That's why a company like Mongoose got into it so heavily to really save the Super Cup Series. It's because of Mark Gullickson in that national championship jersey. But it's this young guy that everybody wants.
Tim Johnson on the flyer right now. Tim Johnson still doing great form, Richard. Go get these guys! Go get
This portion of the course. He won't call it too high.
Excuse me, won't call it too high as he approaches the barricade and the speed going. We'll watch Timmy Johnson out into the serpentine section. Concentration comes at a premium, Richard. You got to pay attention extra hard.
We've got coming at us.
Talking about two different strategies. It's Tim Johnson's race to lose, then it's got to be Mark McCormick's race to go win. He's got to go get it. The race has to fall.
He was not part of racing with McCormick. He's trying to get power of his way against McCormick. He's trying to punish. He's trying to keep him against the rope. Johnson is just free, but Mark McCormick is just so precise. And he is running with such a perfect style right now.
Right there! Girls, top of the hill, let's go!
He's delivering some pace.
McCormick, I gotta tell you, is a very wily cat. He's hanging right on that wheel and he is not letting go. He's resilient, he's moving back. Moving against the green, I must tell you. He made the trip over here. He's been doing a great job running a solid fourth place. There was no one behind him, no one in sight. Spice actually a lot closer to third place than you might think. They will be getting into a bell lap. We got here some serious runs right here. I don't want to tend to be mistaken. McCormick and Mark Belichick all the way around. Clearly on his way. There's battles all over this Amherst course, and we are going to see how this sprint plays out.
It'll be right here.
All right, Amos, right there. All right, Amos. They're right there. 6 seconds, Amos. Right now, last lap.
That's absolutely right. I gotta tell you, it's like you say, I can't think of a better description. It's that sprint as Mark McCormick is sizing him up. But don't forget, great race we have for this race. The UMass Racing Club. I want to thank the series sponsors, Bird, and of course, Independent Fabrications. Almost a victory lap hour to Neil Drummond the Fear at the Golden State. Johnny Stump right there. He has nothing to say about that. He knows what to say about it. Because he has the way to lead drivers here. With the power right now. As they go. Look at George Wayne. The local racers have a great race right Ladies and gentlemen, the new king of the crowd, the new king of the American cross is here. Tim Johnson, don't call me King, and he's out the man. Tim Johnson, and he's just gone through up there. Final curve, the final straightaway. Trying to corner. Tim Johnson, Team County, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen,
power down.
That's right, much of the race is
Mark chased for a while.
25 deep.
Mark and Mark were
There's only
riding
4
together.
paychecks across the line so far. There's 20 for grabs, and I
thinking
gotta
back
tell
that
you,
Mark
there's quite a few battles going on, 5th through 10th, and like 11th through 15th there. Just
Jolly rode a great race.
Really doing some
from Mount
well.
over to
Independent fabrications, you have the two, he's coming up now. It's another gentleman, Jens Reuter, Jens Reuter, Jens Reuter. Reuter on the corner. Let's make some noise for Jens Reuter. Jens Reuter, ladies and gentlemen. Jens Reuter, place, starting to show his form.
A great ride against a world-class field. Fantastic job as a promoter. Fantastic job as a racer today. He actually could be a master racer, but he still races pro. He was 3rd place at the U.S. Pro Road Cycling Championships this year. Moved to New England. Learn when you go to New England, you better race cross, and we don't even think you're a bike racer. Johnny, the cat, son, no need to hang your head. That was an amazing set of fireworks up there. Going a great ride. Joe, try it. What a great ride. To the line comes Wedge. Wedge to the line.
Yeah, I've been racing Colorado and good for me there, but obviously these guys don't go faster. It's good to race against these guys once before the first week. So.
Tell me about that one lap where you really had a big gap open up early in the race. What happened on that lap?
Well, I was just talking to Mark McCormick. He said, I think when he was away at the very beginning, I think he crashed, and then we caught him. And then once Tim, myself, and Mark were away, on that far side of the course, I hit a pedal light crash, and that's when those two opened that, 20-second gap. And I was able to catch Mark, but Tim was gone. He had an awesome race.
Now, you've looked through the magazines for years, and everybody grows and knows about the performing brothers and the Saturn juggernaut. But now you've got a new problem with a kid named Tim Johnson. How good is Tim Johnson?
Yeah, well, there's a quote from me in the most recent Dawn days that was pretty negative about before Saturday I was hanging up on him. But first I want to say congratulations to Tim for being on Saturday. That's very, very sweet. So I'm happy for that, but racing is tough.
Tell me about Steve Larson. Is he going to have a boss season like the working with you?
Tells me he's going to race all the supercars, and I hope so, because that's pretty sad. He's definitely worked together well. We'll see how he's going.
Dave this morning before he was out there to kiss all the women. I don't know. I don't know why he always hands me the microphone, but it's women's award time too. I can never figure that out.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think that I'm going well. It just feels like I'm going well, but well, you're not. We're just telling you are. Well, I think my fitness level's a little higher than this. And then I crashed. Oh, it's flat. Perfect! Yeah, I smacked my pedal. It's called the car movie.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, let's call your attention to the Verge stage. We'd like to call up in 3rd place, riding for Team Mongoose from Boulder, Colorado, your reigning national champion, Mark Gullickson. Gully sporting a colorful toque and closed by Verge in your current national jersey's colors. Riding to a strong 2nd place, your former national champion from right down the street here in Massachusetts, Team Saturn's Mark McCormick.
Mark, good job.
Wonderful backdrop.
And claiming the overall spoils, his first victory in Amherst for his new team, Team Saturn. The 1st place goes to Tim Johnson. Let's make some noise, our elite men, the champions, right here. Arms up, gentlemen, arms up, please. Our elite men's champions. Our cold men's champions. All the pictures are come out blurry because we're all shivering.
Very good job, gentlemen. Very nicely done. And we want, of course, we want to thank our friends at Verge. We want to thank Independent Fabrication. We do have one more race, and we are going to get our money's worth out of the officials because we are going to be having a collegiate cross race coming up next. Collegiate cross race right up next. I believe we are ready to line them up, and I'm going to be checking right now.
Smack now. All right, hold it up.
Collegiate racers to the line. Collegiate racers to the line. Collegiate racers to the line. This is the aperitif, if you would. Aperitif of the day. Collegiate racers to the line, please.
I'll take a picture of you over here because there's glare from the sun.
We're going to assume right now that it was an innocent mistake, and we are looking for a set of green Michelin-tired wheels. Please turn those in immediately.
Yeah.
One more. We're
So many different divisions and divisions. Here, of course, on mountain bikes, the UVM riders coming forward as well. Racing cross, if you want to be any good on a mountain bike, you better be racing.
These guys together?